A great way to communicate with students is to use the news area on the home page for your course. You can create your first news item just by clicking on this link here, but a better way to do it is to go to the drop-down menu next to the word News and choose New News Item, because that will always be available. It opens a form, and because this is a news item, you'll type a headline in here, and then type in the message you want your learners to see. As soon as you click Publish, you'll be dropped into what's called the News tool, and you'll see your first news item appears. If you go back to the course homepage, there's your news item just as users will see it. The Learning Hub also automatically sent an email to each student telling them there was a news item for the course. Now that you have a news item, you can edit it. Just click on the drop-down arrow next to the headline and choose Edit. One great thing you can do with the News tool is you can customize it for each user. So if you want to put a greeting in here that's specific to the user, just type the word hello, and then the curly bracket, which is shift square bracket, followed by first name. Note that the first and the name are capitalized, and then the closed curly bracket, which is shift square bracket again. Now when you click Update, it'll address the user specifically with their own first name. Another thing you can do with the News tool is control when they are delivered. So let's edit this one again. If you scroll down, you'll see there's an availability section with a start date and time. It defaults to now. You can update it because this one was a minute ago. And you don't have to display it for students. You can choose whether or not you do. You can also set a future date and time, so news items are delivered just when they're needed. There's also an end date and time. So if you want your news item to disappear after a period of time, you can set the end date here. Finally, you have the ability to attach files or record audio or video to attach to the news item. To record video, just click on the Record Video button. It opens a new window. You may need to give the Learning Hub permission to use your camera. And then click on New Recording. I'm just going to expand the window so I can see the recording controls. It automatically starts recording, and you can stop the recording and start again just by clicking the button. This will be my first news item that contains a video right within the news item. It automatically replays for you. This will be my first news item that contains a video right within the news item. And if you like it, you can just add it to the news item. If not, just click New Recording and record it again. When it's ready, give it a title and a description so you can remember what it is. And click Add to add it to the news item. Here you can see it's attached. Now when you click Update, you'll see that it's attached in the News tool. And when you click Course Home, you'll see that it appears in the News area on the course homepage. A learner can click here, download the file, open it, and click to view, and then play. This will be my first news item that contains a video right within the news item. Earlier I mentioned the News tool itself, which is on that drop-down menu next to News. So you go to News tool, and here's where you manage your news items. We have two now, the first one with the video attachment, and the second one that gives you examples of how to use the News tool. Here you can manage them just like everything else in the course. Checkbox and delete will delete the news item. Here there are some more actions. You can reorder them, you can change notifications for students, and you can do something called Restore, which we'll get to in just a second. There are two terms related to removing news items from the News widget on the course homepage. The first is to delete it, and the second is to dismiss it. To delete a news item, simply click on the drop-down next to the news item and choose Delete. Confirm that, and it's gone from the homepage. You go to the News tool, it's also gone from there. You can still restore it by choosing Restore from the More Actions menu. Choose the item you wish to restore, and click Restore. Now when you go back to the News tool, the item is showing again. When you go back to the course homepage, it has been restored to the homepage as well. If you just want to remove it and retain it in your News tool, all you have to do is go to the News tool. On the drop-down menu next to the item, choose Dismiss from Widget. You will now mark it as dismissed, and when you go back to the course homepage, it's no longer appearing in the widget. You can restore that as well. From the News tool, simply choose the drop-down menu and say Restore, no longer dismissed, and appearing again in the news area in the front page. Some good ways to use the news tool are to welcome learners to the course, give them some directions on how to use it, post online office hours and locations where they can find you, share information, remind learners about due dates, share links and other resources, provide highlights about a course topic or an upcoming event, and of course, give a weekly summary or update so that students know you're paying attention to them and to their course.